and you know that you've done it correctly. Make your way to the excavation site in Origins, and this is what you hear in the third radio.
Yes, yo, I'm on the Reese. I'm on the Reese. Everybody look at me, cause I'm pissing on a zombie. I'm on the Reese. I'm on the Reese. Take a good hard look at the motherfucking map.
Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Zombies Top 5. Today guys, we're going to be doing the top 5 best feeling Easter eggs to complete in Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies history. Now I asked you guys on Twitter to tell me which map feels the absolute best to complete the Easter egg on, and I got a wide range of responses. So this is kind of a subjective list, but it's what I got the most responses about. So for example, if I got a ton for Mob of the Dead, a bunch of people commented Mob of the Dead, and I would number it accordingly. So we have a top 5 and then 2 audible mentions that we're going to jump into right before the number 1 spot. So without further ado, if you guys do enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications. I would greatly appreciate that. And also guys, I'm doing a Black Ops 4 giveaway. The link is down in the description. This is the top link. You can check it out if you want. And I just want to let you guys know that this is kind of subjective. So if you disagree with the list, that's totally fine. And it's not me that chooses the list. It is completely voted by subscribers. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's GregFPS. I tweet out different things all the time, and you guys can have your say with the different things I tweet out. So without further ado guys, let's jump right into the video. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the Shadows of Evil Easter egg. Now, Shadows of Evil, when I first think of this Easter egg, is definitely one of those things where you need 4 players, and that's why a lot of people, I feel like, haven't really completed the Shadows Easter egg, because a lot of people don't have enough players or friends to be able to do this Easter egg with. And that's the common complaint that I see when people say, I need to do Shadows because I don't have enough friends. And if that's you, you can definitely let me know down below, and maybe you guys can party up or something. That'd be really cool to see in the comment section below if you guys need people to help you. Now I do want to start doing subscriber lobbies, and Shadows of Evil is definitely one of those maps that I do want to do. But the biggest issue about it, and the reason it feels so good to complete it, is because it was the first Easter egg in Black Ops 3, and I feel like a lot of people just didn't get the chance to complete it. The map was fairly hard at launch. A lot of people didn't even know all the different steps, but now looking back on it, it is so easy, and it's really not as bad as everyone thinks. If you're jumping into an Easter egg for the first time, I can understand why Shadows may be a bit of a challenge because you don't really understand how everything works, but once you know everything, it can be a really easy. Just upgrading the sword, and the last step, all you have to do is shock the box in beast mode. It's fairly easy. So Shadows of Evil comes in at the number 5 spot. It's really cool to see when Richtofen steals the summoning key at the end of the Easter egg. So here is the cutscene that everyone freaked out about, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm so sorry. I really don't have time to explain. I have a universe to set right. Thank you and goodbye.
Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be Drak. Now this Easter egg, when you complete it, is probably one of the coolest things, not only because of the cutscene, but right before the cutscene, you blow up the moon. Now Drak just has an overall awesome experience because it's the first boss fight in Treyarch Zombies. When you complete it, you definitely feel like, yes, we just killed the corrupted keeper. That was freaking awesome. And you just feel like, dang dude, I'm good at zombies after you complete it. At least that's how I feel. Now Drak is just one of those iconic maps, in my opinion, the best in Black Ops 3, and it was so fun when you completed that Easter egg because you really do feel like you are a excellent zombies player, whether or not you contributed that much to the actual boss fight. You have to kill all the different panzers, which is always fun, and just everything about the Easter egg makes you feel like you accomplished something. And that's what I love about Easter eggs in general, and also the Easter egg on Drak. It just is so rewarding to see that perkaholic after you complete the cutscene. It's one of those like really special moments, and it was kind of like the first time where you feel really connected to the characters more than ever before when we're killing the original Dempsey 1.0 or the Ultimus Dempsey. So definitely definitely a really cool Easter egg, and that comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be Moon. Now in Black Ops 1, Moon was definitely one of those things that was really annoying because you have to rely on the RNG. It's the same in Black Ops 3. You have to get Excavator Pi to dig in Tunnel 6 so you can get the like Moon Egg that goes inside the MPD. You also have to get Gersh devices, QEDs, and the Wave Gun. So once you get all those things going perfectly and you can complete all the different steps for Moon, you definitely get a sense of accomplishment because really you did accomplish something. You overcame the horrible RNG that takes place on Moon and you are able to complete the Easter egg, which is super cool. Not only that, but you actually get to blow up Earth from Maxis telling you how to do it, and you set up all the launch codes and all that stuff and launch rockets at Earth, setting up transit. Now, whether or not transit was worth setting up, I don't think it was. It was still such a cool Easter egg to complete because you completed your mission from Moon to blow up Earth, and it was just so cool. And not only that, but you also get a really cool accomplishment because whoever's Richthofen ends up getting all the perks as well just after completing Cryogenic Slumber Party when you switch souls with Samantha, which is pretty interesting as well. So it's definitely a really cool Easter egg, and it's so exciting when you actually finally complete it. You get Perkaholics, you get all the perks, which is another great thing about this Easter egg. So Moon comes in at the number 3 spot.
That's it? Seriously? All that work and all we did was blow up the Earth? What the fuck?
Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be Garad Krovi. Now, Garad Krovi is by far one of my favorite maps as well, and it takes place in Black Ops 3. Now, a lot of people consider this Easter egg to be very, very difficult, and although I wouldn't say it's extremely difficult, I can definitely understand the different challenges. A lot of people say the bomb step is super difficult and things like that, and even the boss fight against Nikolai and the Dragon can be a challenge for a lot of different players. So I can understand where that comes in. So you definitely can feel a sense of accomplishment when you actually complete this Easter egg, whether or not it's the first time or the 50th time. You still feel like, wow, I just completed the Easter egg that everyone says is fairly difficult. So I know like a wide variety of people will always say that Garad is the hardest Easter egg, and whether or not you disagree with that, you can kind of understand why some people have a hard time with it, because all the challenges are pretty interesting and they all have their own like problems that can go wrong with each different step. So it's definitely a lot of fun, but at the same time, like, you do get a good sense of accomplishment when you finally knock down the robot in the boss fight for Nikolai 1.0 and then you end up killing him. It's just really cool. I mean, it was by far one of the coolest things just seeing Nikolai 1.0 in itself. So that was definitely an awesome experience, and every single time you do the Easter egg, you just feel like, damn, I just wrecked Nikolai. That was awesome. So definitely deserving of the number 2 spot. All right, guys, now we have 2 honorable mentions, and these are both 4-player Easter eggs, but the first one is going to be Buried. Now, Buried is a really, really fun Easter egg. You don't really need 4 players until towards the end, but the last and final step is the most challenging because it's the sharpshooter step, and you have to be extremely accurate. There's 4 different areas that 4 different players have to stand in. One person has to stand at the mansion, another one in the saloon, another one in front of the courthouse, and another one in front of the like building that Leroy is in the bottom of. So what you have to do is continuously shoot different targets, and you have to hit every single one. So every player in your game has to hit all their targets, and once you do that, you finally complete the Easter egg. So this is definitely a huge challenge, and it feels amazing when you complete it, especially if you've been going for about an hour because someone just doesn't know what they're doing or keeps missing one of the targets because they didn't even know it was there. Once you finally complete it and you see all the perks show up, you get an awesome like little jingle, and it just sounds absolutely amazing. So it definitely is one of the coolest Easter eggs. I would love to see this thing back in Black Ops 4. That'd be so cool.
I'm really not sure what that meant.
Alright guys, and the other honorable mention is going to be Shangri-La. Now Shangri-La is definitely a 4-player Easter egg because you have to keep going in Eclipse mode by pressing the 4 pressure plates that are in spawn. Basically, we're saving Brock and Gary from continuously killing themselves in a cycle where the challenge changes each time, and there's a bunch of different things that we have to complete as a team. Now I would say Shangri-La requires the most teamwork out of any Easter egg because everyone has to be doing something at a different time, especially like in the beginning when you have to press all the stones and one person has to step on it, tell them what one to find, and then another person has to step on it, and then you just keep doing that. It's definitely one of those maps that requires a ton of teamwork and just like overall chemistry. You need to be able to say like, hey guys, the napalm zombie's coming this way, you guys got to get over here so the napalm zombie doesn't explode, so we can actually blow up the gas pipes. Like things like that requires a lot of practice and a lot of teamwork. So it definitely is amazing when you finally finish the Easter egg. You get a sense of accomplishment for everyone, and Shangri-La comes in at the other honorable mention spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be Origins. Now, I would say that this one feels great completing no matter how many players you have. If you're doing it solo, you definitely accomplish something really good. And I would say that Origins, when you complete it solo, you get the greatest sense of accomplishment for pretty much any of the Easter eggs that we've ever had in Zombies, because you had to build all 4 staffs. You had to do the rain fire step, which is so annoying solo. But if you're playing with friends even, it's still a ton of fun when you complete it 4-player, because you just spend a good time or a good amount of time to complete this Easter egg. This one is definitely one of the more time-consuming Easter eggs out of all of them in Call of Duty Zombies, and it probably takes the longest, I would say, out of all 4 players just focusing. So Origins definitely deserves to be in the number 1 spot, and not only that, but you end up getting the first cutscene that we ever got in Call of Duty Zombies as well, which was really cool to see way back in the day when you complete it for the first time. It's definitely such a cool Easter egg, and it's definitely so much fun. So Origins had to be in the number 1 spot. That is the map that gives the best feeling when you complete the Easter egg. So anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I know it was a little weird and a little different, but I hope you guys understood why I decided to make this list. I just thought it was a really cool idea because you always feel great when you complete Easter eggs, but actually ordering them in a small list is something that I haven't really seen before, so I figured it'd be a cool list for you guys to check out. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any more top 5 ideas, feel free to comment them down below and maybe I'll pick your idea. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.